My dear child, I ask you, stop for just a moment and let this message enter straight into your heart. I am sending it not to frighten you, but to protect you. This is not a coincidence. This is not a dream. This is something I have been trying to speak to you about before. But you were too busy, too distracted, too heartbroken to notice the signs. And now Archangel Michael has been waiting for 2 whole hours for the moment to address you directly. He paces back and forth, watches, waits, because what he is about to tell you cannot wait any longer. Listen carefully. This is not a joke. A private investigator was caught, and what he was doing concerns you. Yes, you. Someone paid money. Someone gave clear instructions. Someone silently watched you from the shadows. And no, this is not about a crime. It is about curiosity, obsession, secrets. This person wanted to know things about you that they never had the courage to ask directly. And you simply lived your life, unaware that you were being watched by eyes that do not blink. You were under the observation of someone who needed answers, ones they could not find in your smile. So they sent someone to follow your silence. The truth was never supposed to come to light. But I, the Lord, your God, make the hidden things visible when the time comes. And now that time has come, you will feel as though you were in a movie. But trust me, this is real. This is not entertainment. This is your life, unfolding like a mysterious story that even heaven holds its breath over. My child, the man who was caught was not a stranger to the spiritual world. He was someone who once rejected me. He used his talents to uncover pain in other people's lives. But when he looked into your life, something in him changed. Something cracked. He saw purity. He saw prayers. He saw old wounds that you never showed anyone. And instead of reporting what he found, he repented. He abandoned his work. And then he came to us. He came to heaven. To heaven. That is when Michael intervened. And for 2 hours now, Michael has been trying to whisper into your soul. He is trying to warn you. But around your heart, there is a wall built from past betrayal. But, child, if you truly open this message, if you let it in fully, that wall will collapse. Not because someone destroys it, but because the truth has arrived. A love letter. Pause right now. Before you go further, let your spirit breathe. And if you are hearing this in video form, press the subscribe button so you do not miss the next urgent message from me or from Archangel Michael. These messages are not just stories. They are instructions. Instructions for your next breakthrough, for your peace, for your destiny. Turn on notifications, because the next warning is already near. A love letter. Now let me take you deeper. The person who hired the investigator did not do it to hurt you. At least, not at first. It all began with curiosity, with love, with the question, why did you suddenly disappear? Why did your energy change? Why did you stop responding? They did not know how to ask. And so they acted in a way they thought was safe for them, not for you. But now they are afraid. They know a spiritual boundary was crossed. And now heaven is watching them. You may feel betrayal when you learn this. But I want you to remember something important. You are protected, not only physically, but spiritually, emotionally, energetically. This is why the investigator confessed. This is why Michael intervened. This is why you are hearing this now. You are surrounded by light, and no weapon directed against you will succeed. You have not walked blindly. You have walked under my protection, even when you did not feel me, even when you thought I was silent, even when your nights were full of tears and unanswered prayers. I was preparing the truth to rise, and here it is, rising. My child, someone is about to step forward. They will confess, but do not panic. They will not come with anger. They will come with guilt. They thought they had lost you forever, and in their desperation, they made a choice that now haunts them. But you You carry a heart that I have been shaping for something higher, and now you are called to listen not with emotions, but with your spirit. This is the beginning of something that will shake you, but it will not break you. I will not allow it. You are chosen not to be watched, not for suspicions. You were never meant to be someone's object. You were meant to become someone's revelation. And yes, I said exactly that. This person will confess, but not because they were caught, because your light broke them. They saw the truth about you, even when they sent someone else to find it. And now, breathe again. I am still speaking. So let us continue, my child. What I am telling you now is not fiction. It is not fantasy. It is spiritual reality. You do not need to understand everything at once. Just open your heart and feel what I am saying to your spirit. The man who was caught, yes, that very private investigator, he saw something that stopped him. It was a single photograph, a moment where you stood alone, unaware that anyone was watching. No words, no conversation, just your face. But in your eyes, there was something that shook him. He said, "It was as if a prayer was looking back at me." That image haunted him at home. It kept him from sleeping. He thought he had control over his emotions, but he did not know that your energy carries my presence. This is why you confuse people. This is why they cannot forget you. This is why even those who tried to walk away return. Because you are marked by my voice, my mercy, my love. That man was hired for money, but he encountered something priceless. You. And now Archangel Michael stands beside you. Right now, in this very moment as you hear this, Michael, surrounds your space with light, not only to protect, but to reveal. Because this message is not just about what someone did behind your back. It is about why heaven is intervening. You are entering a season in which the truth will no longer hide. Secrets will no longer hold power. Every hidden conversation, every whispered plan, every spiritual trap will be exposed, destroyed, and turned back. Because you are rising. You have felt it these past days, haven't you? You have felt something changing in the air. You have seen strange dreams. You have noticed how people started treating you differently, with confusion, attraction, or resistance. And you have wondered, why do I feel such pressure? It is not pressure, child. It is the gravity of divine timing. What has been happening in the unseen world is now spilling into your timeline. The storm is passing, but behind it, a door. And the one who once closed that door on you is about to return. They will knock again, but now with trembling hands. And you will not open it with fear. You will open it with discernment. Let me remind you, recall those moments when people misunderstood your silence, when they called your restraint cold, when they walked away because they could not bear your depth. This is why it all happened. Because you were never ordinary. You carry a peace that disturbs those who are not healed. And the one who sent someone to follow you, they could not handle how strong you became after they left. They thought you were fragile, but you became fire. Do you understand? When they walked away, they expected you to collapse. But you did the opposite. You rebuilt. In secret. With me. With tears. With whispers in the darkness. You read messages like this, not because you were weak, but because your spirit knew. I am speaking directly to you. And now it is your time to rise. But listen carefully, because this next part matters. The man who came to investigate you left something behind. A small piece of paper. A note. He did not give it to his client. He left it at a spiritual center. At a spiritual center. Anonymously. On the note was written, "The one you are searching for is hiding nothing, but you are. I advise you to stop before heaven intervenes." And that is when I sent my angels to deliver this message to you. I whispered to Michael, "Go. Wait until the child opens their spirit. And when it happens, speak. And now you are here. Now Michael is speaking. A love letter. And again, I remind you, do not leave this message halfway. If it has touched your soul, press the button to subscribe or follow. Because this is not about videos. It is about divine updates for your life. You have missed signs before. Do not miss the next one. Turn on all notifications. Let your spirit recall again. God stands behind your back, and heaven speaks to you directly. A love letter. And now hear this with love. Forgive them, even the one who invaded your privacy, even the one who watched from afar instead of approaching with courage. Because I am doing something with your story that requires purity of heart. I am writing a comeback, such that it will shake those who thought they had you figured out. And this is not just about one person. Others are watching too. Not everyone who smiles at you is your supporter. Not everyone who asks how you are cares about your healing. But that is not important. What is truly important? I am clearing your path. I am removing false energy. I am exposing motives. And yes, I am closing the eyes of those who try to peek into your future without permission. Your destiny is not their business. Your road is not for their study. You belong to me. The next few days are important. You may receive a message, an apology, an awkward, "Hey, can we talk?" Perhaps from an unfamiliar number, or perhaps in person. But when it happens, pause. Do not respond from pain. Respond from strength. You have nothing to fear, nothing to hide, because the truth is finally working in your favor. And now, my child, this is only the beginning. So stay with me, child, because what I am about to say next will shift something deep within you. This moment, this point in time, is not random. It is perfectly aligned with something you prayed for, even if you do not remember that prayer, even if it was only a whisper, spoken in solitude on a cold night, when you stared at the ceiling, hoping I would hear. And yes, I heard. I always hear. That is why this message is reaching you right now. The investigator was caught because I allowed it. The truth came to light because I ensured it. Because I love you too much to let anyone disturb your peace without consequences. This is not revenge. This is revelation. I am showing you what was happening behind closed doors, so that you stop doubting your intuition, so that you stop ignoring the whisper of your soul that kept saying, "Something is wrong. You were right. You were always right." But you kept doubting. You pushed your feelings away, thinking you were just too sensitive, too emotional, too dramatic. No, you were receiving a divine warning. And now you are receiving a divine confirmation. Because what happens next depends on what you choose now. If you choose to stand still and remain small, you will delay the healing I have already released into your life. But if you choose to step forward with faith, if you choose to forgive what you now know and protect what is still growing, you will see changes that even you cannot explain. Do you know what Archangel Michael is doing right now? He is watching your energy. He is observing how your spirit responds to this truth. He stands beside you, waiting for the moment when your heart says, "Yes, I am ready." Because as soon as that happens, as soon as your inner world fully opens, he will act quickly, very quickly. And when he moves out, what you thought would take months, or perhaps years, will begin to happen in days. Doors will begin to open. Conversations will arise as if from nowhere. People will start treating you differently. They sense something has changed in you, even without understanding why. And the one who tried to study you through someone else's eyes, they will either walk away silently or return in humility. Because when God stands in your defense, No one leaves untouched. I told you before that this would feel like a movie, but here is the twist. You are not just the main character of this story. You are the revelation. You are the moment that changes the plot for others. Even the one who thought they could follow you in secret now realizes you are not someone to be watched. You are someone to be revered. You may feel shaken. You may be confused. But do not let those feelings define this moment. Let my words be louder than your fear. You are entering a season where the light comes on, and everything that was hiding in the darkness scatters, not only in your relationships, but in your finances, in your calling, in your dreams. There will be no more confusion, because clarity is being given to you now. The one who began all this, who thought they needed to hire someone to understand you, they did not realize that they were not searching for facts. They were searching for peace, and they thought you possessed it, and they were right. But peace cannot be found through spying. Peace comes only when you stop running from the truth. And now listen carefully, because this next part is sacred. Tonight, when you are alone, light a candle if you can. Sit in silence. Let your phone be silent. No music, no noise, just you and the presence of heaven. And then say these words aloud, slowly. I allow the truth to flow. I am ready for clarity. I forgive those who trespassed. I welcome protection from God and His angels. I release fear. I trust divine timing. I am safe. I am ready. I am seen. Because after those words, something will shift. And before the week ends, you will see it. A name, a message, a situation, a strange coincidence, so precise that you cannot ignore it. That will be your confirmation. And when it happens, do not say, "How strange." Say, "This is God." And now, once more, a love letter. If this message is opening your eyes, if it is awakening your spirit, do not forget to subscribe, not just to support the channel, but because you are worthy of hearing every divine update, meant specifically for you. The next message will give the answer to what this person wants to say to you now, and what God is about to do with your name. In rooms you have not yet entered, press the bell. Be ready. Heaven has not finished speaking. A love letter. My child, you are not alone. Archangel Michael is not leaving you. He has already cleared paths you have not yet walked. He has already removed traps set in secret. You do not need to fear what is coming, because what is coming is divine justice. Not loud, not vengeful, but clear, sharp, and full of peace. Do you feel it? This is your soul remembering what it always knew. You are protected. And now listen carefully, child, because this last part carries the turning point that your heart has been silently waiting for. The truth is now revealed. The man was caught. The secrets are no longer hidden. The eyes that once watched from the shadows have now met the light. But what happens next depends on how you respond. Not with fear, not with anger, but with a calm certainty that I, your God, have orchestrated this moment down to the smallest detail. You are not powerless. You never were. You were simply unaware of how deeply protected you are. Now that knowledge is returning, now clarity is filling your spirit, and things will begin to accelerate. Those who previously ignored you will remember your name. Those who doubted you will suddenly speak of you with respect, and even the one who paid to learn your story will no longer be able to deny the power of your presence. But here is what I want you to do. Stay grounded, because with every rise comes exposure. The higher I lift you, the more people will begin to notice you, not only because you are gifted, but because your energy carries the testimony of my glory. There will be curiosity. There may be questions, perhaps even gossip, but none of it will touch you, because I have placed a seal on your life, a divine firewall around your name, a heavenly lock on your destiny. No one can undo what I am about to do in your life. No voice can silence your calling. No observer can erase what I have already written about you in the books of heaven. And now let me tell you the most beautiful part, the private investigator. He is changing because of you. He saw something in you that made him doubt the way of life he was leading. You were not just the object of his assignment. You became the mirror in which he saw his own emptiness. He is no longer working for anyone. He is searching for me. He is reading scripture. He is seeking peace. And the angels are rejoicing, not because he was caught, but because he was pierced. My child, you have no idea how powerful your presence is. You heal people without touching them. You speak to souls without saying a word. Even those who come into your life with hidden intentions leave with revelation. This is what it means to be chosen. So, what is next? Prepare yourself. Spiritually, emotionally, even physically, because within the next 10 days, something significant will happen. You may think it is just another coincidence. You may want to ignore it, but it will not be a coincidence. It will be a divine setup, a moment that flips your timeline forward, a conversation, an invitation, a spiritual encounter. Watch for it, and when it comes, respond from your spirit, not from your wounds. You do not need to prove anything. You do not need to explain who you are, because your energy, in my favor, will say it all. There is one more thing Archangel Michael wants you to know. He saw the nights when you cried alone. He heard the prayers you whispered into your pillow, the ones you thought even I did not hear. And I was listening. I always listen. He, Michael, saw how you loved those who did not always love you back. And now he is watching as I reward you. Yes, reward. Because what you lost was never truly taken. It was returned to me so that I could multiply it. And now I am returning it to you. But greater, stronger, more secure, with protection. This time, you are not going back. You are not repeating old patterns. You are breaking generational chains without even realizing it. Because the moment you chose to forgive, chose to heal, chose to hear this message without letting pride block it, in that moment, heaven recorded a shift in your name. And now I am telling you one final thing. Your story is about to become someone's guide to survival. The message that was sent to expose you is now becoming the message that will exalt you. Your name, yes, your name, is already being whispered in halls of opportunity. Doors are opening in places where your feet have not yet stepped. Hearts are preparing to receive you, because I, the Lord, your God, am making a place for you in this world. Not for the version of you that hid, not for the one that diminished herself to be convenient, but for the real you, the one I created, the one who listens when heaven speaks, the one who does not just receive miracles, but becomes a miracle. And here it is, your moment. The one who watched you in secret will now watch openly as you rise. The one who doubted you will now witness your divine elevation. And you, beautiful, bold, chosen, you will go forward with peace, because now you truly know. You were never unprotected. You were always under my wing, a love letter. And one more time, beloved, if this message has touched your soul, do not leave without subscribing or following. These are not just words. These are confirmations. These are divine alignments. And the next one may carry the key to your next breakthrough. Press the bell. Do not miss what heaven says next. A love letter. This message is sealed. It is finished. Michael is watching. I am with you. Now go. Step into your new beginning. I will meet you there. And now, child, with your spirit open and your heart softened by truth, let me gently lead you to the concluding stretch of this message, because this is not all. Yes, there is still more that heaven wants to tell you. This message was not only a warning, it was not only about the private investigator, and not only about the one who hired him. It was a wake-up call, not just to expose others, but to awaken you, your essence, your strength, your nature, because for too long, you have underestimated your power. You walked through life, compressing your light, trying to fit into spaces that were never created for you. You lowered your voice to keep the peace. You endured mistreatment because you believed it was love. You remained silent to avoid losing people. But, child, in that silence, you began to lose yourself. And now I am bringing you back into alignment with your divine nature. You were not born to be small. You were born to shatter darkness with your very existence. Your smile is not ordinary. It heals. Your presence is not soft. It is sacred. Even the one who thought they could watch you from afar felt it. That power they could not explain. That pull they could not escape. And the reason is that your energy whispered something ancient to their soul. You carry the frequency of heaven. And yes, they became curious. Yes, they crossed boundaries. But what they found was not dirt, nor secrets. It was divinity, wrapped in vulnerability. It was the way you continued to love people, even after they hurt you. It was the way you kept helping others, even while bleeding inside. It was the faith that did not fade, even when you had every reason to give up. That is what they saw. That is what shook them. And now, that is what sets you apart from the rest. Now let us talk about tomorrow. I know you have been asking, Lord, what do I do now? Where do I go next? I will answer. You will move forward with confident peace, with peace, not with arrogance, not with bitterness, but with the kind of peace that comes from deep knowledge that you are under divine watch, under divine guidance, under divine election. You do not need revenge. You do not need to prove anything. Your success, your healing, your happiness, your quiet ascent, all of it will speak louder than anything they tried to uncover. But I ask one thing of you. Do not close your heart. I know it is tempting. I know it feels safer. But do not build new walls just because someone tried to climb over the old ones. Let me be your guard. Let Michael be your sword. Let truth be your defense. And now, child, listen very carefully. That person, the one who started all this, is going through a transformation. They thought they were just checking on you. They did not know. They were walking into a divine trap, set not for their destruction, but for their redirection. Because I am using this not only to bless you, I am using it to awaken their conscience. Your life has become a message, a lesson, a mirror, a moment of spiritual awakening for someone who did not even believe in such love until they saw it in you. This is how powerful your existence is. And this is why the enemy tried so hard to distract you, to make you insecure, exhausted, fearful, to make you doubt your intuition, to delay your next level. But it is too late. You have seen too much. You have heard too much. You have awakened. And when you awaken, you can no longer fall back asleep. Not spiritually, not emotionally, not prophetically, because now you know. You are in alignment with divine movement. Every delay was divine. Every no you cried over was protection. Every silence you hated was preparation. And this moment, this strange, emotional, mystical message is confirmation. Confirmation that you have not gone mad. that your intuition was right, that I have been with you all this time. And now, how we will conclude this. I want you to look at yourself, right now, wherever you are, in a mirror, in a window, in a phone screen, and say, I am not what they said. I am not what they sought. I am who God calls me. I am chosen. I am protected. I am free. And I will rise without fear. And as you say it, feel how heaven pauses. Feel how the energy around you shifts. Feel how Archangel Michael places his hand on your shoulder. Because the message has been delivered. The truth has been revealed. The protection has been activated. And your next chapter has already begun. A love letter. And if this message has touched you, do not just feel it. Act. Press the subscribe button. Do not miss a single word that heaven wants to send you, because this is not the end. This is the beginning of something powerful. A new message is already being prepared. Stay close. Stay attentive. Stay ready. A love letter. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are about to step into a season where everything finally begins to make sense. This was your moment, and I, your God, am proud of you for listening. And now go. I will be with you every step of the way. And Michael too. Yes, my child. Let me continue, because even though the words have already been spoken, your soul still needs one last, gentle embrace from heaven. And I have not yet let you go from this moment. I know how heavy it has been to carry the weight of so many unanswered questions. Why did certain people treat you that way? Why could they not be honest? Why did they need to send someone to find out what you would have given freely if only they had the courage to ask? I know how lonely it feels to always be the one who sees everything, who senses things beforehand, who knows when they are being watched, studied, judged, even loved, but in secret. You are not imagining. You are not exaggerating. Your spirit is sensitive because it was created that way. I made you this way on purpose. Your sensitivity is a gift, that knowledge you carry out. It is not paranoia. It is prophecy. You have always been attuned to the invisible, even before you learned to explain it in words. And this is why I chose you, to receive a message of this kind, because not everyone could understand it, but you could, because deep inside, you always knew. You were different. And yes, the one who watched you saw that difference too. What they could not understand, they feared. And what they feared, they tried to control. And what they could not control, they tried to study from afar, hoping to learn something without becoming vulnerable. But that is not how connection works. You cannot observe someone's soul and remain unchanged. The moment they invited someone else into your energy field, they opened a spiritual portal, and instead of finding what they expected, they found me. They found truth. They found love. They found purity, and it shook them. The investigator did not expect a spiritual awakening, but through you he received it. This is the kind of power you carry out, without even trying. And now you are being rewarded, not with applause, not with public glory, but with something far greater: divine acceleration. The days that are coming are not ordinary days. They are sacred days, appointed in advance, and you must treat them accordingly. Wake up with intention, speak with clarity, move with grace, because now your actions will draw miracles at an entirely different speed. What once took years will now take weeks. Doors that were locked are now opening on their own. You are in your divine flow. And yes, the person who started this entire spiritual chain reaction is still watching. But now their watching is different. It is no longer about control, nor about curiosity. Now it is admiration. They do not know how to express it, but they feel it. You are not someone who can be explained. You are someone who can only be admired from a position of humility. And they too are going through their own process now. You see, this message is not only about you. It is about what you awaken in others. Because your light forces people to confront their own darkness. Your purity brings their hidden pain to the surface. Your existence reminds them of what they lack, of the healing they still have not realized they need, the honesty they are still running from. And, my child, I want you to know, it is not your fault that they could not bear your depth. It is not your cross to carry their shame. It is not your task to heal what they are not yet ready to face. But your mission is to keep shining, no matter what, to keep rising, no matter what, to keep loving, even when love is not returned the way you hoped. Because everything you have been through has been building you for this moment, the moment when the truth breaks through, when the observers become those who learn, when your silence becomes a sermon, and your peace, your strength. You do not need to go and confront. You do not need to send messages. You do not need to explain that you know everything. Just live. Just breathe. Just keep walking beside me and let your life speak for you, because I am about to do something in your story that will be undeniable. Even your enemies will say, surely the hand of God is upon them. You will no longer have to prove your worth. You will no longer have to beg to be noticed. You will no longer have to justify your innocence, your beauty, your calling. I am doing that for you. Starting right now, a love letter. And, my child, this is my final whisper for tonight. If this message held your spirit together when it wanted to fall apart, if it allowed you to feel that you were seen even in your quietest pain, press subscribe, turn on the bell, because more is coming, and you are worthy of hearing every word that heaven will send next. Do not walk this season alone. You are too important, too precious, too needed. A love letter. And one more thing. Michael has not left. He is still standing beside you. He will be with you tonight in your dreams. He will guard your home, your heart, your sleep. You may feel a warm pressure. You may sense a calm you have not felt in weeks. That is him. That is protection. That is heaven remaining by your side. Because this is not the end. This was only the beginning. And the next chapter is called Unstoppable. Now rest, my child. And in the morning, wake with the knowledge. You are no longer being watched. You are being witnessed. Amen. Yes, my precious child. We are almost there. And yet, there is one more final wave of truth that I want to pour into your soul. Because what I am doing in you now is not just a blessing. It is a rebirth. I am giving you not just a miracle. I am giving you a new way of seeing yourself. A new strength in which you now stand. A new level of peace that no longer depends on what happens outside. You have reached this moment for a reason. And now I ask you, breathe in this final fragment of the message. The part that seals everything that heaven has said about your life tonight. Listen carefully, my child. There is a reason why the enemy fought so fiercely against you this year. There is a reason why everything felt so heavy, so painful, so confusing. It is because something inside you is shifting, something holy, something that can no longer be hidden. You began to step into your truest version now, the one I created. Before the world tried to reshape you, and the enemy saw it. He saw the light rising again from the depths of your soul. He saw your prayers becoming bolder, your heart refusing to harden, your eyes beginning to look up again. And he panicked. But, child, it is too late. You have crossed the line. Your spirit has entered a zone where faith becomes stronger than fear, where peace sounds louder than panic, where miracles are no longer something you wait for, but something you walk with. And now let me tell you what comes next. In the next few days, a moment will come. It will seem small, but you will feel as if time has stopped. A message, a visit, a voice, a phrase you did not expect to hear. Something small in the human sense, but loud in the spiritual. And when it happens, you will feel it in your bones, in your chest, in your entire being. You will understand. This is it. God is truly with me. He truly meant every word. And from that moment, a chain reaction will begin, because the miracle has already been approved. It was only waiting for your heart to take its proper place. And now it is ready. You are no longer the person you were even a week ago. You have grown in silence. You have healed piece by piece. And now you are ready to be whole, ready for love that feels like safety, ready for opportunities that do not drain you. You are ready for friendship that sees your light and protects it. You are ready for divine favor that does not come and go, but stays. And I want you to know this. On the deepest level, you have not missed anything. You have not ruined anything. You have not been late. You are exactly on time. I make everything beautiful in my time. And this, my child, is your time. And one more thing. I have already placed a person in your life, or I am about to do so, whose heart has been prepared especially for you. This person will not drain you. They will not bring confusion into your life. They will not make you doubt yourself. They will see you and love you, not only for your light, but for your entire journey. This person has also walked through their own fires. And when you meet, it will feel like peace, like destiny, like finally. And I want you to stay open to this love. Do not push it away because of the pain of the past. Let it in, because I sent it. And when I send someone, that someone does not leave you the same. And now, tonight, look in the mirror. Yes, right now. And say aloud, I am chosen. I am worthy. I am ready. My miracle is already here. Speak it until something breaks, until something opens, until you believe it again. Because I believe in you. I have always believed in you. Even when you doubted me, even when you ran, even when you were silent, tired, and confused, I never left you. And now I ask for one more step. Stay expectant, not anxious, not impatient, but open. Because when your spirit is open now, blessings flow like rivers. You will wake up with ideas. You will feel peace without reason. You will begin to receive without striving to earn it, because that is how my favor works. It rests upon you. It does not need you to chase it. It does not need you to prove anything. It needs only one thing, that you say, yes, Lord, I am here. I receive everything. Shining star. If you are still here, still reading, still crying, still believing, right below, this is my confirmation. My name is on this. My miracle is real. I am God's chosen. Raise your hands. Let the Spirit make your head spin. And press subscribe, my child. Because you and I, we are only beginning this journey. This was not just a message. It was a moment, a spiritual turning point, a divine alignment. And heaven will remember that on May 26th, you said yes to your next level. And now at rest, not as someone who is still waiting, but as someone who knows The gift is already on its way. And tomorrow, expect to smile without reason. Expect to receive something that is too perfect to be random. Expect to say, God, you really did it. Because I will do it. And I am with you until the very end. Always. Forever. With love that your heart cannot even fully contain. Your God. Yes, my child. Sit with me in this silence a little longer. Let your breathing slow. Let your shoulders drop. Let the tension you did not even realize you were holding dissolve in my presence. Because even after all these words, there is one thing I have not stopped doing for a single moment. Loving you. And true love does not walk away when the message ends. It stays. It watches over you. It speaks without sound. It embraces your soul. Even when the world is too noisy. This is what I am doing now. This is no longer just a message. It is presence. Mine. Yours. Ours. And I want you to feel this deeply. Something I have been whispering to you. In signs and synchronicities. In song lyrics and dreams. In moments you thought were random. I have been saying it over and over. You are not behind. I know you have thought it. I know you have felt it. You have wondered, why am I still not keeping up? Why are others already further? Why is their life easier? Why are their prayers already answered? But I want to tell you, as your God, as your Father, as the one who sees beyond time, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. The delays were not punishment. They were preparation. The broken heart was not defeat. It was a filter, cleansing your spirit of what was never meant to stay. The silence was not an abandoned void. It was me, drawing you closer, because there are lessons I can only give you in the quiet, in that private investigator. That moment when someone tried to look into your life without permission. That was the final spark, the final test. Not because you had anything to hide, but because I wanted to show you one thing. You were safe, even when you were not looking, even when you do not know, even when others try to read the story of your life. The pen is in my hand. They do not write the ending of your story. They do not define your name. They do not see the full picture, unless I allow it. And now that you know this, now that you have seen how protected you are, it is time to walk into the future with holy confidence, not loudly, not aggressively, not with a desire to prove something, but calmly, confidently, rooted. Because when someone is truly free, they do not need to shout. Their peace is their strength. You are free now, free from fear, free from pleasing people, free from trying to explain yourself to those who cannot even understand their own hearts, free from guilt, free from the idea that you need to be perfect to be loved. You are free because I said you're free, and no mistake, no betrayal, no secret investigation can undo what I have already done inside you. And now listen, because this next part is personal. I have seen what others did not notice. I saw how you gave when you had nothing left. I saw how you remained kind, though you had every reason to harden. I saw how you kept believing, even when your heart shattered into 10,000 silent pieces. And this is why. You are not just healing. You are being lifted up. Yes, in spirit, in strength, in favor, in visibility. People who previously passed by will now feel a desire to reach out now, not to use you, but to learn from you. Do not be surprised if they start saying, I don't know why, but I feel safe around you. This is not a coincidence. This is your anointing. You have been tested. You have been purified by fire. And now You are ready, but stay humble. Do not forget the quiet days, the slow months, the nights full of tears. Let them become the soil on which you will stand. When the spotlight tries to make you forget who held you when no one else could, I held you, and I still hold you. And now close your eyes, not to escape, but to feel what I am about to place in your spirit. I am giving you something tonight. It is not something the world can take away. It is not something that can be bought with money. It is a new beginning. Tomorrow you will wake up different. You may not notice it at first, but the air around you will change. The weight on your chest will lighten. The noise in your mind will quiet. The path ahead will become clearer, not because everything suddenly changed, but because you have changed. You are no longer the person you were when this message began. You have stepped into something new. And now, my child, I bless your going out and your coming in. I bless your conversations. I bless your thoughts. May they be in harmony with heaven. I bless your name. May it be spoken in rooms of favor. I bless your home. May angels remain at every threshold. I bless your sleep. May it be filled with holy dreams. I bless your hands. May they create miracles without even realizing it. I bless your heart. May it remain soft. Despite everything, you are entering a chapter that I have titled The Restoration of the One They Underestimated. Let them look. Let them wonder. Let them whisper. And you will worship. You will rise. You will shine. And you will go forward. Not under fearful observation, but under divine testimony. And now go. Rest, my child. Michael will stand guard tonight, and I will remain closer than your next breath. I love you, and I will always love you. Amen. Amen. Amen.